Monica Makes It Happen podcast is proudly supported by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good. And by JPMorgan Chase, New York's hometown bank for over 225 years.
Hi, everybody. You're watching the Monica Makes It Happen podcast number 27. It's all my favorite things: jobs, housing, and investing in our communities, all with Chase. We sat down for an exclusive interview with Chairman and CEO of JPMorgan Chase, Jamie Dimon. We talked about jobs and his recent bus trip across the country. We also talked about investing, but not in the stock market, in people and careers that can really change lives. Take a look. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks
How you doing?
I know you are so busy today, but jobs. You want to talk about jobs? Jobs. I can't say it enough. You had an idea for a council, and you called him, and he said, "Is this true?" Jamie Dimon was on the phone and said, "I want to create jobs, and I want to do it with CUNY." Is this a true story?
It is true, except the part, it wasn't my idea, it was my wife's idea.
It was your wife's idea.
My wife has been doing something like this for 20 or 30 years. She kind of started this type of thing, and I simply said, you know, you need the companies to actually want to hire the kids to make it work for both. And I think she had probably already met Phalo before me, but I called him up and said, we should meet. We have a great idea for you.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is incredible. So she needs the Ellis Island Award for creating all of these jobs. Talk about the numbers. I know you're numbers, and I'm a numbers person too. 52,000 people's lives have been changed because of this. Beyond your expectation, I know you have goals for 100,000, but beyond your expectations?
Yeah, it is beyond the expectations. And it's still, the way I look at it, it's still kind of beginning, because it took a while to get the relationships to work, to get the teachers to understand what we're trying to do, to get the degrees that they're getting so they can get these real jobs. And so my hope is that it can accelerate over time, and that you expand it as you get more jobs and more companies, and then also the kids on campus actually know what it is. So they actually say, I can get that job. What do I need to get that job? Which skill do I need?
Well, you know, we talked to one of the success stories. I don't know, MD Mia is his name. He worked at the New York Public Library, and he was dreaming about a job in finance. He wanted to be the next Jamie Dimon. And because of the Jobs Council and 4 internships, is that right, Jack and Joe? 4 internships, he's now working for you, JPMorgan, and he's an analyst.
He may not find my job as much fun as he thinks, but, but yeah, that's great. That's all it is. It's a person by person, so congratulations to him. I think among all these schools out there, these kids may not have opportunities. There are Abe Lincolns, there are Barack Obamas, there are Albert Einsteins, but they never had a chance. So yeah, we should seek them out. You look at all the immigrants who come to this country and start these unbelievable businesses. They didn't live here. So yeah, we should reach out to different communities. But more important than that, if you want a really healthy, vibrant society, people have to have opportunity. And if kids are either not finishing school, or even if they finish school and don't have skills that lead to jobs, they don't have that kind of opportunity.
I know a lot of, especially inner city and minority communities, that narrative is pushed. You don't need an education. Just go in. But sometimes having that college degree and then also that connection can change their life, right?
So the important part is skills that get them a job. They can still go on to college. So you can go to community college. You can just get the skill. But so you're not taking college off the table. But you're absolutely correct. You know, skills and college leads to better jobs. There are a lot of open jobs. If you traveled the country, we just got back from a bus trip.
Why was I invited on the bus?
Okay, we'll invite you.
I'm getting on the bus.
If you go back many, many years ago, and you went to high school, reading and writing were the skills that got you a job.
Yes.
And even if you didn't finish high school, if you work well with your hands and you're a good worker, you can get a job that was, eventually could pay for, in a factory, so they could eventually pay for a house and a car and a family. That's no longer really true. And so people who need skills, which, as you know, these programs, it's software, it's cyber, it's program management, it's compliance, and it's local. We just, on this bus trip we went to, there in certain parts they need more advanced manufacturing, in other parts they need more automotive skills like that. So it's different in different places, but the bottom line is business has to work with the schools together so these kids get livelihoods when they graduate.
And it must be very uplifting for you.
It is uplifting. People, you might be surprised, I'm a little bit of an introvert, but it's also true when you do these trips, it's motivating that we're helping people, that, I'm proud of them. When I meet all of our folks who are working hard, we were just in Atlanta and Charlotte, and Raleigh-Durham and Jackson, Mississippi. It's uplifting, and they're doing a great job with their clients. They love to see us. It's respectful when we go, and it's even more respectful we go to learn. Like, what do you guys do differently here that we can do? What can we help you with? So we get a lot of ideas and generation and some complaints, and we try to fix them. So yes, you get a lot of energy, though at the end of the week, you're kind of tired.
Yeah, you must be exhausted.
It was 40 events in 4 days.
Wow.
Right.
You're amazing.
And those are big client events, big town halls, smaller client events, press events.
Yeah.
It was the whole thing.
What's your favorite part?
And we do a lot of local press too, because the press educates the world about what works, and so we spend time talking about what works in that community. What work skills, and a lot of these communities, by the way, are doing a very good job building river walks to make the place nicer, getting jobs in there. Like Greenville has had a complete turnaround from 15 years ago, and it was partially COVID where people moved there, but the businesses started moving in. They cleaned up the city, and the local schools started to graduate people that the businesses needed.
You sound
and then we went to Huntsville.
Yeah.
I think they call Huntsville Rocket City, because a lot of defense companies there that basically make rockets that defend the country. So a lot of skills come there, around there, and the companies can then build. So there are all these ecosystems that take place that are actually quite successful.
And then you come back to New York City, and you're building so much right here when it comes to jobs, and that's what we appreciate. Because we've been through some hard times here in New York City, and now everybody wants a job, but there's so much red tape, and it's hard to get that job. So you're removing those obstacles that we all face to get that job that we really want. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
The future looks
and the
bright.
schools are removing it. We can't do it without them.
Yeah.
But they, part of the early on, you had to talk to them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie Dimon, for taking the time. Let's take a break now. When we come back, we're talking with the CUNY Chancellor about how you can get those jobs. That's after the break. And we're back. They have helped lift thousands out of poverty and into high-paying jobs. The Jobs CEO Council partners with CUNY to connect students to the information, skills, and opportunities that help launch them into in-demand careers. Joining us now is Kirsten Barnett, the Executive Director of the New York Jobs CEO Council, and of course, one of my favorite people in the world, Felix Matos Rodriguez, the Chancellor of the City University of New York. CUNY is here, and JPMorgan Chase's MD, Mia. Thank you all for joining us. What an amazing panel to all have you here. Thank you, Chancellor, specifically for being here. We love you. We love CUNY so much. But first, Kirsten, amazing. The numbers say it all. What is it, 52,000? Is that right? 52,000 people, their lives have been changed because of this program?
Yeah, I mean, this is really all about the power of the collective. Our superpower is the CEOs driving this effort, the CEOs of JPMorgan, Amazon, Google, who recognize that when we're talking about closing opportunity gaps in our city, when we're talking about economic mobility, we're talking about jobs and democratizing access to the skills and opportunities you need to get those jobs. And having business at the table in a meaningful way, and that tone set from the top has demonstrated real success. Last year, our companies had 1,000 CUNY interns, and they were 22% more likely to get offers at the end of the summer than their peers, which goes to show that in many cases, they may have the skills, they're right in our backyard, but might not have had the network to know how to get there.
It's all about connections in this world, and you're creating those connections. So if someone doesn't know what the Jobs Council does, could you just tell me, like in 10, 15 seconds, what exactly does the Jobs Council do?
Well, we help people get jobs. We like to say we make it easier for every New Yorker to make it. But a lot of that is bridging the gap between business and education. CUNY is an excellent partner. CUNY is the social mobility engine of our city. And we work with them to make sure that the skills the students are learning in the classroom are reflective of the skills that are in demand by companies, both today and in the future, because that's really critical. This is our future workforce.
A lot of our viewers are listening very closely because they need jobs right now. And it's all because of Jamie Dimon. We know the chairman, JPMorgan Chase. He had the idea, and I think you got that phone call, right? I love this story. Yes. That's why I do these shows. And he's a man of his word, and he saw the potential here and what needed to be done, and then this partnership happened, right, Chancellor?
Absolutely. It's been a really wonderful partnership. We have employers, some of them New York CUNY students, some didn't. So it's been more exposure to them, to the talent that we have at CUNY. For our students, it's been a great opportunity to be exposed to all the things that are out there for them. Some students know what they want to do, and then some of the opportunities that they create, they can run with them. For many students, they're not quite sure. They might be doing business or accounting. They're not quite sure what is it they're doing. The work that we do with the council means that our classes are more focused, right, with in-demand skills that they need for the jobs. They participate in pay to learn opportunity, internships, apprenticeships.
We love that. We like to pay to learn.
Money in their pocket and exposure to mentors, people in the industry that can guide them. Some of the things that they do not have, this partnership allows us to do. It's been an incredible game changer, and stories like the one like AMD makes both of us go to work proud every day.
But so smart with CUNY, so smart, your network of colleges, universities, because you are making sure that these students are set up for those connections that could get them that dream job. Was that the idea?
Absolutely, and also with their partnership to be thinking about using the system. I'll give you one example.
Yeah.
About 60% of the students in our four-year schools come from the community colleges, right? We have not had that many partnerships with industry in those schools. So that meant that a student that didn't have that showed up as a junior in a four-year school and was already 2 years behind.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So we're investing, for example, with the community college students because we know that the students who begin thinking about internships earlier are going to be part of the success that she mentioned. We also know that when you are more connected to what you're learning, you stay in school, you finish in time, and not only do you get a job faster, your first time pay that follows you over time also goes up.
Did you say pay goes up? We love to hear that, and the success story that we're talking about is sitting right next to you. Tell me a little bit about your story. I mean, I want to know everything, MD. How did you start, and where did you were at the New York Public Library, is that right? Dreaming of a better job?
Yeah.
Even though we love the New York Public Library.
So yeah, I'm a Bronx native, and I started CUNY in 2020. And it was through that I heard about the Jobs Council. And they helped me find a program called Europe, which is a talent accelerator partner to them. And with their support, I was able to land an internship at JPMorgan Chase. And through continuous involvement and their support, I was able to actually land multiple internships via the Emerging Talents program at the firm. And through that, I was eventually able to get my full-time offer, and that's where I currently am.
Yes. Studio audience, where's the clapping? We are so proud of you, but I mean, the sky is the limit now. I mean, you have big dreams, and you're also still at a CUNY school.
Absolutely,
is that right?
Best value.
Yeah, so I'm actually with the firm's support and their tuition reimbursement program. I'm doing my master's at Baruch College, and specifically in business analytics, where I'm hoping to gain the technical skills I need to take advantage of the firm's career mobility options. I'm still in the midst of just figuring out where exactly I want to go, but with the Job Council support, CUNY, and JPMorgan, I hope to just narrow that down and find something I really want to do.
Our students have all the talent, all the smarts, all the grades. What they don't have is the networks, and this is what this partnership is creating.
That's so wonderful. Just thank you for being here, and hopefully, how do we reach you again? We know how to reach CUNY, right?
CUNY.edu, easy.
Very
You can go
easy.
to all our 26 campuses through there.
Jobs Council, how do we reach you guys?
www.jobscouncil.org. Reach us there, follow us on social media. We push out lots of job postings and tips for students on all of our platforms.
We love you guys. And MD, we're going to be following you every step of the way at JPMorgan Chase, okay? We do Follow Up Fridays. You know we're going to be on it. That was awesome. After this break, we're talking about housing with Chase. It's a special Monica Money Matters. And we're back. You know, wealth and home ownership go hand in hand. I only trust the best when it comes to housing. So I can't believe the panel that we have here. Are you ready for this? Nikki Merkerson, former banker and founder of Pear Gap. Hi, Nikki, good to see you. Arby the Realtor is here. Rasheda Brown is here. I hope I said it right. And Jacqueline Plaza from JPMorgan Chase is here. What a power panel I have today. First you, Jacqueline. Yes. Chase is New York's hometown bank. So let's break down the housing market for New Yorkers right now. What are we facing?
Sure. So we're very glad to see some signs that we're returning to a more balanced real estate market. And what do I mean by that? I mean that more homes are becoming available for sale. They're available on the market for a few more days, a little bit more time. And that gives buyers that are in the market an opportunity to find the right home for them and to have enough time to make a considered offer and have it truly considered.
That's really good to hear. I mean, what are the pressures that we know there's so many pressures?
Yeah, sure. So aside from the pressure of finding that right home, affordability remains a big challenge. You know, the upfront cost of buying a home can sometimes be a barrier. And so, you know, we're really focused on finding solutions for that and letting people know that there are solutions for that. It's particularly when you have an excellent team around you.
It's all about the team, right? Is it a good time to buy? That is the number one question I get on the streets. is it the right time to buy?
So first, I'm a little disclaimer. I am biased, pro housing. I'm a homeowner.
Too.
I'm a homeowner myself, and I am in the business of helping people achieve that dream of homeownership. So with that disclaimer in mind, I think it's a really personal decision. It's unique to an individual's circumstances. If they feel that they're financially ready to buy and they're ready for that next step and they consider it part of their wealth journey, then it's a great time to buy, particularly in a more balanced market where you have those opportunities.
Oh, Jacqueline, we see eye to eye here. But what is co-buying? Everybody's talking about this. We're seeing a trend upward with this co-buying?
Yes, we are. So my team and I, we're seeing more unmarried people collaborate to buy homes. And that's really what co-buying is. It's pooling income, it's pooling assets to put that down payment together to qualify for that home together. And that could be a great solution for folks that don't feel comfortable or aren't able to buy a home individually.
And it's all about the team, right? And
100%.
Who do we rely on? Is it Chase?
Well, yes, I'd like to think so. You know, Chase, our focus is on helping people buy homes. And there are a lot of great lenders out there that are ready to help.
I love Chase. So, Nikki, you're the reason we're here. We love what you're doing. You're mixing technology with this co-buying with what's your platform again?
PairGap.
PairGap.com. Yes. And then what should people expect if they go there? I mean, you're helping connect people.
So we're basically building an infrastructure for these transactions. And so think about it as a real estate matchmaking platform.
Like eHarmony means home buying?
Similar, right? Okay. But connecting based on financial wellness and people that are financially conscious.
And you speak from experience because, I mean, you were inspired by your own story, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I purchased with one of my coworkers. We co-bought together. So that's one of the things that inspired PairGap, but also really providing the structure and the protection with our real estate prenup, making sure that these transactions or people who do these transactions can do them safely.
Wait a second. Did you see real estate prenup? You got my attention. If you want more information, it's PairGap.com. And of course, you're the connector. We know you as RB the Realtor. I love that title. But you're really connecting. You create these events so people can meet each other because you might not know someone that you could pair up with, that you could trust. So that's where you come in, right?
Yes, it is. And so honestly, my journey began me wanting to be a homeowner and not knowing what resources were available and having an opportunity to be able to tap into different grants and things that you might be able to have to help you purchase a home. So I said, maybe I should create a space where people can get together. So I bring together lenders, I bring together attorneys, community-based organizations that provide grants and awareness, and also teaching, and myself as the broker, and also experience from being a homeowner, all in one place. And we've been able to host over 5,500 people successfully that have gotten...
How many?
5,500 people successfully, yes.
That's
and
incredible.
They have been able to get an intro into home ownership. And I am happy to say that I was spotted right before I came into your studio by one of the people that had attended a Chase collaborative event between myself and Chase, and they are now a homeowner. They have brought a condo and entered into home ownership, and so that's the work that I do. Thank you. That's the work that I do myself as a realtor, and also with my nonprofit, Keep Path Foundation, which is helping people to become financially literate and also get on the path to home ownership.
And full disclosure, you on LinkedIn. And we actually communicated before you were on here, and then Nikki, you're the connector that brought us all together at JPMorgan Chase. Hope. I always want to end with hope. If someone's watching and they're like, this sounds like a little, I don't know what to do. I want to create generational wealth for my family, but I don't have the down payment. What do you tell them direct?
So I tell them, speak with a lender, speak with someone that you trust in your community that can walk you through and has connections to fantastic friends like these that can bring all the resources to bear. I know that it can seem insurmountable to buy a home, particularly if you're a first-time home buyer, but there are solutions, and a lot of times people hold back, they hesitate. And the most important thing is knowledge. Knowledge is power. So if you know that you are financially ready, or you want to find out what it takes to become financially ready, your first thing is to speak with a lender who is well connected and can bring all the resources to solve those affordability issues and buy a home.
They need a team, Monica.
A team.
They need a team.
Team is key here, and this is my team always.
And let me just say, hurry up. Yes, if you live in a market like New York,
the prices go up. So now is the time. I'm actually in contract contract with my home because now is the time.
Thanks always to our partners at Chase for always helping us be our best when it comes to making, saving, and investing our money. Till next time, let's keep making it happen together.